and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV Radio Talk Show here at the Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. Hi, folks.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
We're doing well.
Good.
I'm here with the members of Paparazzi, Soprano Janien Valentine, with tenors George DeMott and Cody Shawn Gay.
That's me.
So how are you doing, and how did you get together and decide to do this Paparazzi show?
George, you want to answer?
Paparazzi was born maybe about 3 years ago, and basically we had an opportunity to work with a symphony pops conductor who was developing a new show. And he loved some of the ideas that Cody and I had sort of introduced him to. So we developed a show, sort of a pop opera trio, and we needed to find a soprano to work for the show. And so we met Janien, and the rest kind of is history. It started a couple years ago, mainly for symphony pops concerts. Yeah.
And I noticed you travel around the country doing these symphony pops concerts. In fact, you were just in Indianapolis, right?
We were in Indianapolis a couple months prior. Yes,
months ago, yes.
We'll take a cruise every once in a while to just fill in the gaps so we can keep our chops fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think our last symphony concert was Atlanta Symphony, just last June.
Okay, so now this show is all about women in music and arts and the performers that are in local community events and around the world. And a lot of times what we want to know is, how did you get started singing?
Wow,
You want me to go first?
long question.
Well, I started singing when I was a little kid in elementary school, but really my education in music started in high school. I come from a great school with a great music program. When I was a junior in high school, I auditioned for all the choirs and stuff, and it just took off for me from there.
And my history is fairly similar. University, and I started at about probably 18 professionally, and then from then I just kept going along. I'm sure you're familiar with that kind of story.
Oh, yes, I am.
I actually sang a Madonna song on a karaoke track, and my parents were like, wait a second, that's you? And they had no idea that I even sang. And then they took it to a local producer, and I actually got signed with Amherst Records, who was out of Buffalo right at 16 years old.
That's great. Now, I know as individuals, you also have your own careers that you do. I know that you're with the Shintas now.
I am.
Over at the D
lovingly with
Hotel,
the
which is
Shintas.
wonderful.
Yes.
And are you each doing your own performances and other events?
I actually do some production work on the side, which includes things like voiceover. I do some commercial production for mostly
Right.
internet-based facilities.
Yeah, and I do my own shows as well, some Mario Lanza tribute shows and things like that. Yeah.
Well, I know that you guys are going to sing a song for us. You're going to sing a couple songs, but what is this? Tell us a little bit about this first song that you're going to sing.
This first one is it's Libiamo. It's from an opera, La Traviata.
Okay.
But it's sort of a pop opera, sort of a hip take on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to do something fun to start off.
Okay, well, I know we've got a lot of people out here in the Planet Hollywood Miracle Mile shops here that are anxious to hear you sing. So let's start off with this song here. I'll let you get situated. And then we will get the orchestra queued up. Here we are with Paparazzi.
We will. She's going to talk to us more.
Let me know when you're ready.
We're ready.
You are ready. Here we go.
Libiamo dei lieti conici che la bellezza infiora e la fuggevol ora si negria voluta. La vita in tripurio danza mi ancora la vita mi ignora e il mio destin così andiamo amore tra i conici più l'anima si apra ogni scompra il ogni scompra il
How beautiful. Well, come on back here and sit down with me. Oh my gosh, that was lovely.
Nothing like a high A in the morning,
Good morning.
For us.
So let me put a pause on that. So that was fabulous, fabulous. What did you think out there, folks? Come on, let's give them another big round of applause for Paparazzi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what is your next event that you're going to be performing at?
We are finally going to be here in Las Vegas performing for our fans here. We're going to be this Sunday, June 2nd at the Star Brighton Summerlin.
Oh, that's a wonderful location.
We're
I
super
love
excited.
that. I love that room. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It's
again,
nice theater.
an anthem, which is June 30th, my birthday, so we can come celebrate that as well.
Oh.
And bring gifts, please.
And what do you want?
Wine's
BMW
always
Sub-Series
good.
He loves
you
All
know.
diamonds.
right, so I've got to ask you a question. My organization is called WEMA, Women in Music and Arts, and we are literary, visual, and performing artists. And it's very important for us to find out really what are the number 1, 2, and 3 suggestions you would give to young artists starting out in this business.
Wow. Well, first of all, you can never have too much training. So get as much training from as many different styles of choreographers or vocal teachers or, whatever your passion is, art teachers, whatever, so that you can be diverse and that'll keep you working for a very long time. So I say yay to training.
Okay, great. Training.
Absolutely. Nothing outweighs hard work, as we all know. But I also think that for young artists, the fear tends to be a very big inhibitor of their performance. And if I could say to any young artist, I would definitely say, do what you can to get yourself out there performing often. Put yourself in situations where you're going to be uncomfortable. It makes a huge difference down the road.
That's right. The more experience you can get. Stage time, stage time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
The one thing I would say for performing artists, if you're a singer or something, for me it was always a regret, is to learn to play a harmonic instrument. Learn to play piano or guitar because it will help you make money, it'll help you work, and it'll help just musically, it'll enhance you so much more. Make your life a lot easier.
Well, that's wonderful. And I think that also collaboration is very important. Wouldn't you agree? Because here you are, you're individual artists, and you are collaborating together to do Paparazzi. But also doing the Paparazzi together, you're also finding out about other opportunities that you can do individually. Right. Have you done
That's
any
true.
recordings?
Oh, yes. We actually have our first, we call it a souvenir CD.
Yes.
So that'll be available at the shows this Sunday.
Where are they?
And I apologize because I completely forgot to bring you one, but that is definitely in the mail.
Okay.
We'll get
okay,
one
good.
to you for sure. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, and so you're doing the recordings and you're doing two shows coming up,
Yes.
both in the Las Vegas area. So you want to tell us what is your website where people can find out about all of the events that you do?
We can be found at www.paparazzivocalgroup.com.
Okay.
And it's spelled P-O-P, like pop.
ERAZZI.
Yeah.
I know
Or-
because when I first
yeah.
tried to spell it, I think I spelled it differently.
Yeah, or on Facebook too. We have a Facebook page, and,
Yes,
and
you can
it's
like
in
us
many
on
ways
Facebook,
it's easier for people to
no
follow
poking.
us.
Well, you
don't
know,
like to be
social
poked.
networking is also very important for artists, as
Yeah,
we know, and
absolutely.
especially in the last 10 years, everything's changed. It's more about what we have to do to promote ourselves.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we have to team up with other experts, like, website designers and social media
And you,
people.
like you.
Sandy
And
Castle.
radio stars or whatever, so that we can get you out on the show and you
Yeah.
can help promote yourself and your shows.
Exactly.
So is there any one last thing that you would like to say to our listening audience out here and on Radio Land and TV Land
Well,
today?
I love you, Sandy. This is 2 times in 2 weeks that
I
I've been
know.
on your show, and I appreciate your support very much.
Well, you're welcome.
We love it. We listen to it, and we wish
Thank
you
you.
much success. And we hope that everybody comes out this Sunday to see Paparazzi
Yeah,
at
3
the
o'clock.
Starbright.
The show's at
3 o'clock at Starbright Theater.
Starbright Theater.
And how can you get tickets?
At Starbright, you have to purchase tickets there at the box office, but
Okay.
yeah, you can get them ahead of time or the day of the show.
Okay, so they can go to the Starbright Theater,
Yes.
which is over in the west side of town.
Yes, it's in
Summerlin,
Summerlin.
Northwest.
In
Sun
Summerlin.
City, Summerlin area.
That's right, and they can
Yeah.
look that up on the web, which
Absolutely.
is Starbright Theater. and
Google
come out
is a
and-
great thing.
Yes, I know, I know. Well, thank you all for coming out to our show.
Thank
I
you.
really
Thank you.
appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to having you back on again soon.
Aw,
okay?
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having us.
All right. Thank you. And if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Show live from Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar here at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. We're here every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30, so be sure to join us or tune in on www.KLAV1230am.com. We're also streaming live on KLAV1230am.com every Wednesday. So I'm here today. We have a panel here of lovely ladies. We have Amy Frost, which is our Delivering Happiness Messenger.
Hello,
Hi,
Sandy.
Amy. How
Glad
are you?
to be here.
Yes.
Fantastic. Very happy.
And also, you are on the advisory board of WEMA, Women
I
in
am.
music and arts.
Very
yes.
excited about that.
Yes.
Helping women and young people to live their passion.
That's right. And then we have Eloise, and she's an interior designer, Eloise Strebel, and she's going to talk a little bit about creating a wonderful environment at the home. And say hello, Eloise.
Hi.
And then we also have Michelle Johnson. And Michelle Johnson is a producer and the founder of Diva Las Vegas Productions.
That's right.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
And I've been watching your business grow over the last few years, several years, as a matter of fact. And you're also a performer yourself.
Yes, I am.
So what we're going to talk about a little bit today is the business of being an artist. And each one of these lovely ladies is in a totally different part of the business. And it's all creative. So Amy, what is your message that you would talk about for, the business of being an artist?
It's about having vision. For me, it's about knowing who you are and what your gifts and talents are. It's about finding people to collaborate with. It's about creating relationships, being true to your word. My word is my bond. If I say I'm going to do something, it is done. And I always overperform, right? You under say what you're going to do and you overperform. And if somebody needs to have something done, they call me.
Yes.
And so that's the key to it. Relationship, be true to your word, do what you say you're going to do, and have great gifts and talents and work on them.
And I know you're involved in a lot of different collaborative efforts that are going on around town. One of them is the Tony Shea Project downtown.
Delivering Happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a movement. If you go to
It's a
Delivering
movement.
It's Tony Shea and Zappos, and it's his theory on how to be in business. Is purpose, passion, and profits is the subtitle of the book, Delivering Happiness.
And now, how did you get involved in that?
They came to me and asked me to start writing about what is happiness and how to be happy. And so that's the point I'm at in my career. I've worked really hard for a really long time, and now they seek me out. Yay.
Yay. Well, that's good. So, Eloise, now you've been an interior designer for how many years?
About 35 years. And the message that I have to give is most people spend half their life in bed and they don't realize it. So we are linen stores. We have the finest European linens that there are, just wonderful. And we have linen stores in Salt Lake City, Utah, and in Park City, and
also online, right?
And online, and also we are working with the World Trade Center, so we will have linens there. And it's just important. It's important for you to get a good night's rest, so we wake up wonderful. And you can't do that in normal sheets.
Now, I know Eloise has designed and decorated my own bedroom, and I've got to tell you, those sheets are so comfortable. It feels like you're floating on a cloud, and you just want to get under the duvet under that comforter, and you just want to fall asleep right away. So it is really wonderful.
Oh, it's absolutely the best. And I've decorated homes all over the world too. Cabo San Lucas, New York, California, and Washington, D.C.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, a lot of places. And they still are return customers for linens.
That's great, Eloise. Thank you.
Yes.
And then Michelle, tell us, you've been a performer for a very long time, singing.
I have,
Yes.
yes. I've been an actress and a singer for several years.
And how did you decide to start producing, going behind the scenes and producing events?
Well, it kind of happened without my planning it. It was one of those things where I'm a type A alpha person, and I always ended up being asked to do little side things, fix this graphic, do this PowerPoint when we did shows. And so I eventually said, hey, wait a minute, I should be getting paid for that. So I started my own business
There
on
you
the
go.
other side of it.
There
And
you
because
go.
I'm a performer, I understand both sides of that stage, and it helps me a lot.
Okay, so ladies, I've got a question for you. How important is creativity for the jobs that you do and the work that you do?
Well, for me, it's ultimate, especially with the economy as it's been the last few years. I've had to find new ways to do my work of purpose, and I work with nonprofits nationally
Yes.
and helping them to find ways to get the money that they need, because every time there's an emergency, all the money goes over there, and then the local communities suffer. So we've been doing that with WEMA too, finding new ways for income
Right.
streams. So creativity is the key, I think, to everything.
Yeah, and since the economy has changed, it's we're finding other ways, and that is a creative process to team up with other people and find other ways to create new business. Eloise, what about you? How does creativity fit into what it is that you do as an interior designer?
Well, you have to be real creative, and it's important to incorporate what people like of their own, whatever's in their home. You have to dig into their personal treasures and be real creative with it so that they're happy with what they have. And also you can add the new and give them a new lifestyle that they need.
That's great. And Michelle, obviously,
I'm in a creative business, right? But even inside of a creative business, it's a competitive business, especially here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
It's the entertainment capital of the world. So what I try to do is offer people solutions that are more customized to their vision, my clients. And being creative to me just means thinking away from the typical cookie cutter shows and producing things that align more with a client's actual value system and doing things that are unique, perhaps not as expensive, and things that resonate with people's heart instead of just their wallet.
Okay, great. Well, we have another performer that we're going to bring up. Michael, where are you? Mike, come on up. I want to bring you up here. And I want you to have a seat right there, and you've got a microphone right there. You can get a good shot of him, can't you, Carl? Yeah. Yeah, so now Mike is a perfect example of somebody who has been in the business a long time also. He's a performer. He writes music. He arranges music. And I know that he works with one of our WEMA members, Laura Manning. Laura Manning, and you can go ahead and get right up on that microphone.
Okay.
And you're a singer, a performer, and you just got written up, a wonderful write-up by Norm.
I was so flattered.
I
He
know.
said such nice things, and I didn't even pay him any money to do it.
You
He
didn't
did
pay
it
him?
for free
Oh, my
because
gosh.
he believed all that nice stuff. God bless him. He's got great taste.
Well, now, you're going to come, you were going to play some songs for us.
I was?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I got to put you to work.
I was napping through the memo, but happy to do it.
So I want to start with a song from you, okay? And
Okay.
then I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Very good. I love
Okay,
that.
great.
Can you guys hear this thing out here all right?
And ladies? It's always good to have a man in the mix, too.
And that's from a woman that runs a woman's organization,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. You
But
heard it here.
we do have men in our organization.
Okay. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless she loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest trees, that's how it's got to feel. And deeper than the deep blue seas, that's how deep it goes when it's real. And when somebody needs you, it's no good unless she needs you all the way. Through the good and lean years and through all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the
Oh, that's beautiful. What a perfect song to sing for all of us. So, Michael.
Now, if only I'd written it.
So, Michael, how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business unofficially since I'm 5. They've been paying me not a lot since I'm 11.
Not a lot.
My first payroll was from my Uncle Marvin. We all got $10 a piece to do a reception at his house in Jersey. and I've been sparsely booked ever since.
So now, are you making much more than you were back then?
I am making many more friends, and I'm actually getting a lot more emotionally and artistically out of it than ever before.
Wow.
And how much money you make, I don't necessarily know if that counts so much. The world we're in now, I think we should stop measuring love by dollars and remember that love is a separate thing, and I get to do what I love for a living, and I thank God for that every day.
That's right. Yay! That is something, isn't it? Powerful. Now, Mike, you've been in the business a long time. You collaborate
I'm
with
exhausted.
other people. You do a lot of collaborating, as you do with Laura.
Well, you know, my roots is not only as a player and a singer, but also band leader, which makes you music director, which means you get to work with people on all sides of the business. You get to back up and work with comedians. You get to be their fodder. You get to work with singers. You get to work with musicians. And you find at the end of the day that everybody's equally passionate about what they're doing.
Yes.
And regardless of how it's presented, we're just all lucky to be out there doing something. You give your life to something and you get to do it for people. It's a great, great blessing.
You know, you bring up a good point, because that's one thing about artists. I think if we don't have the passion, then we just get out of the business. And sometimes we have to get out of the business for a little while to go get a job, to come back, to be able to afford to be able to do what we love.
That's right. And the other thing that's very important is remember passion, talent, and class. So the passion is that you believe in it and you do it for a lifetime and you thank God for it every day. Talent, if you're gifted and that's a gift you got it borrowed for a little while and you do the best you can with it. And class, for the people that do it for the wrong reasons, I could give you a list of who they are, but I have class and I won't.
Now you forgot the other P word, which is persistence, persistence, persistence.
That's right. Well,
because
that's the 3 Ps.
It's a 3 Ps, that's right. Well, they're very important, because I remember when I was in high school, there was a girl that, you know, she was a very, you know, statuesque woman, and she was always trying to get the lead roles, which were always seemed to go to the more, you know, petite little women. But she persisted and persisted and persisted, and she was such an excellent talent. She continued to, you know, improve upon her craft, and then she ended up going to Hollywood, and then now she's an actress that is working out there on a regular basis.
Well, and you know, persistence is important,
yes.
But persistence with the understanding that no is just the next step to the most important yes.
That's right.
All it is.
That's
Don't
right.
take it personally. There are other people who are watching you. Probably they're watching you because they're stuck watching you because they wanted to do what you do, and they don't do it that well. So they listen to you. And you got to remember that, and you have to do that, and you got to also respect where they are. Say, okay, not my turn today, maybe tomorrow.
That's right, that's right. And if you're just tuning in now on KLAV, you'll find out that this is Sandy Kastel and Friends, the variety radio TV talk show here at Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar, live at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood, and we will be right back with all of our wonderful guests right after this message from our sponsor. I have a wonderful, fabulous group here from Hollywood.
Hello.
The best of Hollywood here is with me. I've got Richard. Oh, wait. Let's see. I've got Richard Willy Wonka Lillard.
Well, actually, Richie is my manager. He prefers Rich E.
Oh,
as
I'm
opposed
sorry.
to Richard. It's true.
Oh.
He looks like me, but he's not me.
He looks like
No,
you.
because I'm Willy Wonka.
Oh, you're Willy Wonka.
I'm a
really,
genius
really,
and a
you're really
chocolate
Willy
whiz.
Wonka.
I know, it's true.
Oh my goodness.
It really is true.
And you do look fabulously stunning today, darling.
I know, but I never
Yes.
tire of hearing it. It's true.
And then we have Tinkerbell. Hi, Tinkerbell. How are you?
Good afternoon, Your Majesty.
Oh, Your Majesty. Oh my goodness. I get a title now too. Thank you so much.
I know that you're a Miss of the Kingdom of Nevada.
Yes, Miss Nevada. That was a very long time ago, though. I know you were just such a little twinkle of a thing then.
Just a bit of a baby's giggle.
Yes. And did you bring any dust with you?
I did not, because we have gravity here in
Oh.
Nevada.
And we have to watch out. And we have a lot of sand, too, so it might
Yes.
get mixed up with that.
Yes.
And then also sitting next to me is Captain Jack Sparrow. Hi.
Well, hello, love.
Hello, darling. Oh, my goodness. I've watched him so many times on television. I just can't tell you how special that kiss is for me.
Why don't you get into other one on top of that?
So tell me, how did you all happen to be here in Las Vegas this week?
Well, you want to take it or should I?
We drove.
You drove?
I know, it's weird.
Really?
I
In a
should've
car?
take-
What
well,
kind of an automobile?
Well, one that goes, you know. I was going to take the great glass elevator, but it was in for cleaning, you know.
It was in for
It
cleaning?
was in for cleaning.
Oh,
I don't
see.
like glass elevators. They look like the lantern I was stuck in one time, so I wouldn't have come.
And it's the first time I've ever been on board a carriage that had no horse on it.
Well, now, where's your ship?
Well, currently she's docked off the port of the Pacific
Oh, okay.
near Venice Beach.
Okay.
Seems to be a constant problem with you.
Do you ever have any trouble with it sinking in the sand?
No, it's not too bad because Gibbs is keeping it a little further offshore, so we
Oh.
don't seem to have that problem.
Well, I know you like rum a lot, but
course.
I think we have some at the bar.
Is there any other drink?
But I don't know if we have a keg of it for you.
Why is rum gone?
So we might have to check somewhere else. So Tinkerbell, tell me, what was it like in Neverland?
Well, it was great. However, it was a little bit boring. Peter's been somewhere, so I decided I would come out and find Captain Hook, and that would impress Peter and bring him back. But Captain Hook obviously doesn't like Captain Jack.
Oh.
And Captain Jack just keeps running away from Captain Hook. So if I hang out with Jack, eventually Captain Hook will come up. And
Well, he's
I'm gonna
probably
get him.
quite jealous, I would imagine.
Well, nobody likes Captain Hook anyway. He's not even part of the Pars League.
Well, of course, you're always getting the women, though. See, that's probably why he's jealous.
You're
You
both
are?
a smelly
No
old
hook.
codfish.
You've got two hands. You've got two hands to work with, and it makes life much easier.
Much easier, yes. And Willy
Cartoon
Wonka.
rated G over here.
A what? What was that?
Oh, I said I was rated G.
Yes, my dear.
Well, what would you like to share with us today?
What would I like to share with you?
Yes.
Well, I would say.
Do you have any special treats?
I certainly don't.
Oh, I wanted a
No,
special treat.
Well, I have a special treat.
Okay.
I would eat lots of chocolate because when you do, it releases endorphins, which gives you a feeling similar to that of being in love. It's really
Oh
true.
my goodness.
I know.
I like being in love.
I can see that.
It's a wonderful feeling.
I can see that.
As a matter of fact, I'm in love right now.
I can see that.
Can you
too.
tell?
I can because I'm a genius.
I know. I'm blushing, aren't I?
I think it's these lights.
So tell me, what has been your special vacation time here in Las Vegas? What have you done?
Yesterday we rode a zip line
A zip line?
Yes.
Where?
in Fremont Street.
Yes. And how was it?
Very high in the air. It was very fun.
It was very zippy.
Did it go very fast?
Yes.
Not as fast as my great glass elevator, but it was all right. It was
Yes.
all right.
Not as fast as I can fly, but I was glad to give my wings some rest for a while.
You know, you're so adorable.
Oh, thanks.
You know, how did you ever get involved with Never Neverland?
Well,
I mean, I know you're always there.
I've been this way since a child, honestly, and it just kept getting worse and worse as I got older. But when I come out of Neverland and make visits, sometimes as a treat, parents will ask me to pick their children up from school.
Yes.
And I'll either go in with the parent or I'll have a permission slip to pick up the child. And that's kind of a very special thing for them.
Oh.
And sometimes I'll be invited to their home to read them a good night story. And sometimes it's a story about me, but other times it's a story about one of my friends. And I'm very famous, so I'm in everybody's movie in the very beginning. You've seen it, I'm sure.
Yes,
So
I've
I don't
seen it.
mind reading about everybody else. That's okay. So I'll tuck them in and wish them good night. And that's pretty fun. And sometimes I'm invited to their birthday parties or their sleepovers.
So how do people find out about you? Do you have a website?
Normally just word of mouth, but I have a friend named Tammy Stiletto.
Okay.
That would be TAMMYSTILETTO. And you can find her on the Facebook. It's a very nice story. It's a story about all kinds of people in the
Okay.
world.
Yes.
And I believe Tammy Stiletto would be chapter 1.
Okay. So we can find out about you through Tammy Stiletto
Yes,
on
you,
Facebook.
You could message her. You
Okay.
could message her, and she will invite me because she has a direct line to me.
You know, I also have a Facebook.
Oh, you do?
And yeah, and as a matter of fact, we're going to put everything about the show up on Facebook, and you can find out about me, and you go to facebook.com, Sandy Kastel.
I will take that
And
story
then-
back to the Lost Boys.
And then, you know, maybe we can all be friends on Facebook. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that would be that'd
marvelous.
terrific.
That'd be
Okay, great.
wonderful, friend.
I would
Hi,
absolutely love
friends.
that.
So is there anything else you'd like to say to all of our friends out there in TV and radio land?
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that's been on the East Coast, because I know some of them are tuning in. So hello to everybody around the Philadelphia area and Delaware and Jersey, which the young man that played organ earlier was from Jersey, and that's very good. But I'd like to say hello to everybody there as well. And
Okay.
all of our friends in Hollywood, wish you were here, you're not. You should have been here. Too bad for you, because we met Sandy and you didn't, so...
She had the pleasure of meeting me.
I would just like to say that going with the same theme of your show, you should always follow your dreams, and it really doesn't matter how old you are. Even if it's a trend to be under 20 to do something, I would say go for it anyway.
Yay!
Because this is a time of change, and
That's
a little
right.
faith and trust never hurt anybody.
That's right, Tinkerbell. I love that message. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
And how about you, Willie?
Well, I would like to say New Jersey is better than Old Jersey.
Especially if you haven't washed them lately.
I know, gross.
Yes.
Gross.
Just like New Mexico is better than Old Mexico, because Old Mexico is a little dirty.
A little dirty.
Well, and it's older, you know.
Well,
Yes.
thank you all so much for
Oh,
coming
your
and being on Sandy
pleasure,
Kastel
your
and
pleasure.
Friends. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to see you again and again and again on
And again.
Facebook and to find out
Friends
all about
forever on
what
Facebook.
you're doing, okay? So we'll see you next time.
All right,
you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Let's have a big round of applause, folks, for the Hollywood's best.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so
you,
much.
thank you. Now I'm going to bring up a big, famous new country sensation, and he's out here somewhere. Where is he? Sam Riddle, where are you? I'm calling Sam Riddle. So I just saw you the other night at Tap House,
Yes.
and you sat in with LJ and the Las Vegas Underground.
Yeah, I love going there because it reminds me of what Vegas used to be.
Yeah.
And it's great that they're keeping that tradition going on, and it's an awesome place to go on Monday nights for sure.
Yeah, it is, and they have a great band.
Yeah, great band, and I had a couple guys from my band sit in.
That's
with them
right. You
too.
had Billy
Yep.
Carmody sit in.
Yeah, it's a great Billy Carmody on drums.
Hi, Billy. How
He's
you
my
doing?
drummer. He's here. He's my go-to. He does all my dirty work for me. So
I know I tried to get him to join us, but he's so shy. He's so used to sitting behind the drums
yeah.
that he won't come up here.
Well, he's wearing the same thing he did last night too, as well as I am. So we are, if this camera wasn't here, it'd be a lot better.
So, Billy, tell me a little bit about how you got started singing. How old were you when you started singing?
Well, I grew up on my dad's tour bus when I was a little kid, and he was in a bluegrass rock country band back 70s and 80s called Mission Mountain Wood Band.
The
And
what?
The Mission Mountain Wood Band.
Oh, Mission Mountain.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had a huge cult following and toured 300 nights a year.
Yeah.
And then my uncle was a composer on Broadway and an arranger, so that's who I learned the piano from, and he was my dad's older brother, so music was just kind of in my family. And I grew up going to bluegrass festivals and playing music, and you just kind of had to, it just was in our blood. And then, so
That is kind of a mix, though. You've got Broadway, bluegrass, and country.
Well, it was one of the reasons why I was actually able to succeed here in Las Vegas is because
The variety.
Yeah, it's the variety. But I know what your guys' show is about today. And I would say that the thing that helps you make it the most is being true to yourself. And if you really want to make it, you have to find who you are as an artist and what you want to represent. And me deciding to just take off the three-piece suit and stick on my boots and my cowboy hat freed me and allowed me to make the music that I make, and everything just took off from there.
Well, I went to your website again this morning. I've been there before a few times. But what I noticed about it, you've got a fabulous website, and you've got a wonderful promo package there, and it's just under your name.
Yeah, SamRiddleMusic.com.
SamRiddleMusic.com. And for all the folks out there listening in on the radio, and then for all the folks out here at Miracle Mile Shops, if you go to his website, you'll find songs, you'll find promo, you'll find out about all of his tour dates that are coming up. You've got a lot of tour dates.
The tour dates are all up to date. Everything else is a little dated. So just understand, we have a huge year coming up. I got a song coming out on the radio later this year that'll be all over the country. And, just big things are coming up this year for me and my band. And, everything's brand new, and it's just really exciting. Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to sing some songs for us, and you said you're
Sure.
going to play the piano too.
I can do that.
You can do that?
Yeah.
You are
want
so
me to-
adorable. All the girls that were watching you the other day, they were, you noticed you got a standing ovation from all the women. But,
Yeah.
the guys are kind of going, God, I'm really a little bit jealous of this guy,
It's
because
the
he's
red
got
hair,
all
baby.
the attention.
It's the red hair. Once you go red, you don't get out of bed. That's what they say.
Well, listen, why don't you play us a song? I'll let you get back there behind the piano. And I met Sam through, like I said, my good friend Billy Carmody. And Billy, thank you so much for introducing us. I had met Billy out at the Tap House, which is another wonderful place here in town over on West Charleston. And every Monday night they have a show going on there where the Las Vegas Underground plays, and then everybody from around town comes and sits in with the band. So, and as a matter of fact, you're going to be playing over at the Italian American Club, I think, one night, right?
I think they're trying to set a show up for us.
Kind of get a set.
We play tomorrow night at Gillies.
Right.
Play there on Thursdays. Every Saturday we're at Sunset Station.
That's right.
And we play a lot of showrooms all around town. July 19th, we're doing a big concert at Lake Las Vegas. Because a lot of people that aren't 21 don't really get to come to our shows.
Right,
here,
right,
so
yeah.
We're throwing a big thing for families and stuff like that.
So what's this song you're going to sing for us?
Well, I got a bunch of new songs coming out on the new album.
Okay.
So I was going to play you a couple little pieces of a few.
Good. Okay, great. Sounds
this
good.
First song is about my first car.
Okay.
My Chevrolet. That's what it's called. Hope y'all like it.
It had 283 and a 4 on the floor. It was Detroit Bill back in '64. And red bucket seats, she was mine, all mine. Yeah, she was one of a kind. In case the cop shotgun and the boys piled in. We were young, we were innocent, we were guilty of sin. Every Friday night we'd make our getaway in my Chevrolet. Build a moon on a country road, and night moves on the stereo. Windows down and the smell of fresh cut hay. Hey, hey. If that Baylor could talk, the story she'd tell about broken hearts and love and raising hell. It was summertime. Those were the days in my Chevrolet. Y'all like that song?
Woo! I like that. Now, I have a song about a 57 Chevy. I'm going to have to play for you sometime.
Yeah, 57 Chevy?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
But it wasn't my first car.
Yeah?
But I know 57 Chevys are very popular. So now what's this next song you're going to play?
Okay, this song is another song we do at our show. It isn't out yet. It'll be out on my next album. I kind of dedicate it every time. We've been going through some tough times as a country lately. And I wrote this because, we had that recession.
Yeah.
Or so-called. I mean, I've been living like that my whole life, so I don't really know what everyone's talking about. But, I wrote this, kind of knowing that people have been going through hard times. That whole thing that happened in Boston
Yep.
represented us well by always getting back up no matter how many times they try to take us down, So this song's called Below Zero.
Okay. This is Sam Riddle with the songs from his new album.
Hard times on Main Street, long days pounding that hard concrete. Finally got something going, working with these two hands. Feels good to be worth the dollar in my pocket for a good day's work. It feels good just to have this chance. Now I'm rising up, yes I'm rising up. Ooh, from below zero. And I can feel the heat burning inside of me. And I'm a long, long way back from below zero. I see my kids, never gave up even when I did. Never once lost faith and God, they believe in me. Come on now, I take them in my arms. Together I see how strong we are. And I know in my heart that love is all we need. Now I'm rising up. Yes, I'm rising up. Darkness beating down the night. I can feel the heartbeat. I can see the light breaking down the darkness. Now I'm rising up. Yes, I'm rising up. Below zero. I can feel the heat burning inside of me. Song?
Yeah, we like this song. This is Sam Riddle. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much for coming and joining us on Sandy Kastel and Friends here today.
That song with my band is even better, so y'all got to.
Well, it's pretty good with just you, darling. All right, we're going to see you at where tomorrow night?
Gillies tomorrow
Gillies
night.
Tomorrow night?
Treasure Island.
And
Saturday night at Sunset Station.
Okay,
Full
great.
time's 9 o'clock.
Thanks a lot, Sam, for coming on out, and I'll see you again, okay? Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Thank you, Sandy, you're so hot, baby.
Oh, thank you. And I didn't even have to pay him. Okay, now I want to thank all of my guests today on Sandy Kastel and Friends, and on behalf of Oyster Bay at Miracle Mile Shops, at Planet Hollywood, and I want to thank everyone, Sandy Kastel and Friends, with director Michael Leonetti and myself. And we're going to go out here with a song from the Paparazzi again. They are going to sing a very special song called The Prayer. And it's a beautiful song. Yes, okay. Thank you to everyone. And here we are with Paparazzi. And we'll see you next Wednesday here at Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. I pray you'll be ours, and I'll watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer. When we lose our way, lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai nel cuore resterà.
Hold it in our hearts.
Ricordarci che
Stars go out each night.
l'eterna stelle sei. Nella mia preghiera
Let this be our prayer.
quanta felice
When the shadows fill our days.
us to a place.
Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia, di speranza. Ognuno dirà mano al sol vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dai.
Where's the life we want? Watch us from above. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child, need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. And our fede che hai acceso in noi. Sento che ci
Paparazzi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on Kastel and Friends. We'll see you again next Wednesday, 12 to 1:30 p.m. right here at the Oyster Bay at Miracle Miles at Planet Hollywood. See you next week.
Hi, this is Sandy Kastel with Sandy Kastel and Friends, live at Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar here at Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. And I'm here with Eric Grady, and he's going to tell us all about the special meal that he's prepared for my guest here on Sandy Kastel and Friends.
Today we have a featured menu item. It's scallops oreganata. Comes with our vegetables, which is sauteed garlic and broccoli. Our potato is scalloped potatoes today with onions, heavy cream, Parmesan cheese, and we have fresh sea scallops with the crusted breadcrumbs, a little bit of olive oil, and lemon zest.
Sounds good. Now, how long does this dish take to prepare?
Anywhere from 11 to 14 minutes, depending on the scallop.
And is there a certain region of Italy that this comes from?
Well, our owner's from, I believe, Naples, so I'm sure this is his recipe. It's what I've been trained to do, and it's the way he likes it.
Okay, great. So I'm looking forward to having this dish, and we're going to take it out to our special guest that we had today on Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we're here every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. On behalf of Oyster Bay Seafood and Wine Bar here at Miracle Miles at Planet Hollywood, Sandy Kastel and Friends, Michael Leonetti, director, and all of us here, thank you, and we'll see you again next week, Wednesday, 12 to 1:30. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.